Okay. Yeah, it's time for more Amstrad action. We're starting issue 18 tonight. So this is how word processing works. Just pour the words in. That's how it works. Fills it all up for you. There's 7 powerful programs compared. Yeah, we want the games. Cheat mode bonanza, more pokes, tips, and maps than ever before. Type in 5 pages of the best little listings around. Stallone, Cobra. Yeah, Crohn's disease, he's the cure. So it's supposedly available now for your Amstrad. I don't think there's Amstrad screenshots though, so whatever. The new look. AA. Not a dull official mag, not a comic. Nothing about PCWs and PCs, but simply the complete magazine for CPC users. So look at what is in this issue. Hardball and Tapper for your CPC 6128 and 464. Yeah, we tried playing Hardball. It's a disaster. Hardball puts you in the field as both player and manager with control of physical play and strategic decisions, testing your split-second reactions and your planned approach to the game. And Tapper, you are the frenzied bartender trying to keep the never-ending flow of thirsty customers well watered. There's the Old West Saloon, the Jock Bar, the Punk Rock Bar, and the Space Bar. Keep your sodas coming, but not too fast. He says, make sure you know they're sodas, not what they originally were, you know. The Durrell Big 4 smash hit games in one pack, only $9.95, available on Spectrum, Commodore 64, and Amstrad. Yeah, we played all those, I think. Did we play Critical Mass? No, new on Amstrad, I guess we didn't. Sigma 7, Commodore 64, available November 20th. Spectrum and Amstrad available February. You gotta wait for those versions. Can't say I see any difference. Oh no. But you look, AA. As you read through this issue of AA, you'll notice a few changes. Nothing drastic, but little improvements that we hope will make the mag better than ever. There are several new features within some sections, including the helpline in reaction, a hackers only spot and hot tips, and on the back page, rear view, which we hope will leave you smiling as you start looking forward to next month's issue. Maybe that's where they shoved Sugar Man. We'll find out. Which will, yeah. Then there's a bit of change to our game rating boxes. Uh-oh. For fuller explanation, turn to the action test intro page. And Trevor's been busy brightening up pages and generally giving sections a fresh new look. You'll notice the new AA Rave and Master Game logos, which we promise not to change again, not for a while anyway. Okay. Nothing's perfect though, and it's your magazine, so if you have any changes or suggestions you think could improve the mag, then let us know. As well as a new look, we reckon that number 18 is something for everyone. 5 pages telling you everything you need to know about the leading word processors. A whopping 8 pages of cheat mode, a great bouncing ball master game, lots of lovely listings, problems solved and problematic, and info from the experts and hot tips. If you can't find anything amid that lot to interest you, then you'd better check that you actually own a CPC. Well, we're finished with this issue, so while you get stuck into it, I'm off for a drink and a couple of hours rest before we start on the next one. Cheers. Double Druid. Last issue, we printed a routine and to transfer the version of the game Druid from our Christmas Avalanche tape to disc. Well, horror of horrors and surprise, surprise, it was a slight mistake. Apologies if users of some CBC models spent frustrating hours trying to get it to work. Type in these 3 lines instead of the first 3 lines on the previous listing, and type in the rest of the printed listing. That should do the trick. I know they've got their own hotline. We buy the phones from 2 to 6 on Monday afternoons for you to contact us with queries regarding type-ins and cheat mode. We deal with an ever-increasing number of calls as best we can, but we can't be on 2 phones at once, so we apologise if you've been asked to hold, call back later, or try next Monday. The technical editor is only human, and we do try to get around to you all eventually. We'll help you if we can. But as the saying goes, the difficult we do immediately, the impossible takes a little longer. Okay. Oh, the results of the Tarzan competition. Has to be said that in terms of quantity, this was not one of our most spectacular competitions. The Jungles introduced grand total of 6 entries. However, in terms of quality, competitors' effort, and judges' enjoyment, it was the best. The digitised yells were amazing, particularly the winning one, which quite honestly is better than anything you've ever heard at the movies. It comes from Charles Joynson of Bradford, who must have the lungs like an elephant, and the voice control of an opera singer. I only wish you could hear his effort, which used the sound digitizer type-in from AA16. It nearly broke all the windows and my eardrums. To whom goes the first prize of Martek's Tarzan game? A loincloth, a giant python, a chimp mask, a cuddly toy monkey. Oh. Just missing out was an effort by Neil Dunn from Waterford, Republic of Ireland, who was ably assisted by his cousin and younger brother, producing excellent background jungle noises, sounding just like howler monkeys. The other winners who will deserve a copy of the game, which is on the way, and a pat on the back, which is more difficult to post, were Sunil Taylor of Feltham, P.R. Cripps of Leicester, David Earle of North Shields, and Alex Sukalis of Harrow. Famous last words. Remember December's problematic. RPM said of read error D. I tried desperately to attain this error message but failed to do so. It seemed the only way to get this error is to program it deliberately. Well, guess what? In the middle of a particularly long news story, what should pop up and crash the whole thing? No process for working out what, but the why is a little more complicated. RPM thinks a routine tried to jump to a memory address that turned out to be in the spaghetti junction of ROMs, interfaces, and assorted gadgets that are busy breeding on the back of his 464. Reaction. As usual, the AA postbag is full. The post office has even allotted us a new postcode to help cope with it. This implies 2 short rules to increase your chance of seeing your letter in print. Please keep it short and keep it more readable than the postcode. Okay. Eternal life. Do you think software houses should have an infinite lives option with their games? A good example is Batman. When I bought it, I spent all my time exploring the first 50 rooms or so before I ran out of lives. Not much for £8. He then published an infinite lives poke, which enabled me to spend many interesting hours completing the game. There still leaves the choice of playing without the poke if I want to. To be able to finish a game in this way seems to me better value than having a number of unfinished ones left because it's so frustrating going over the first part again and again without making any real progress. Let's face it, many of the games that are not interesting in the first place. Steve Seeger, Royston, Hertz. No! The whole point of a game is to have a challenge. What fun would football be? Real football, not the electronic imitation. Or golf, or marbles for that matter. If you knew there was an easier way to win. And suppose you didn't even have the fun of hacking to discover a cheat mode. Another reason why AA policy is to publish only original ones. There are always a few months between the birth of a new game and someone's poke being published. We say it again. I too have had trouble with a new QuickShot 2 Plus. You can only concur with R. Williams' letter in the Christmas issue that this joystick is not fully compatible with a 464 computer. On several games, the menu screen would not hold while the options were chosen. And in other games, characters could not be made to go backwards. Maybe the autofire circuitry is responsible, although I would never use this facility, for the sound chip in the Amstrad could well be damaged. Never had that happen. W. Mayo, Liverpool. This is our last word on the subject. Don't buy a QuickShot 2 for the Amstrad CPC. Yeah, I never used a QuickShot 2 specifically, but I had a Conic Speed King that had an auto-fast switch on it. Switched it on, it did nothing. Doesn't work, didn't harm anything. So maybe it's lenient or something. I don't know. Lost in Time Space. Whatever happened to Fornax and GSAF, the follow-up to Marsport? Barry North, Little Hampton, West Sussex. They never came out of imaginary hype space. Oh. Senior Artist. I was well pleased with the results from the Artist program by Simon Watson, Typins AA16. I have found that graphics from Melbourne Draw can be loaded into it, but not vice versa. This is very useful. I can sketch on Melbourne Draw with its advantage of crib mode for accurate positioning, and then add refinements with Artist's easier options. Your AA gives me a lot of pleasure added to my 6128, keeping a young 67's mind of getting stagnant. R.B. Thompson, Andover, Hants. Bob says he is still not going to reveal his age. That's a woolly warmer for Arnold. Oh. It's a little small. Broadcasting. Me and my mate Bungle, have decided to form a user club. It's called the Bunglesoft Biscuit Club. It has free membership. We will help people out with tips on the most of the best games, and every full moon we will send a newsletter and sometimes even free software to our members. The club is open to anything in the universe as long as it isn't dead, and as long as it's a nutter and owns an Amstrad of any kind. We will even send freebies such as digestive biscuits and chicken sandwiches to anyone who joins. To become a member, send an SAE. Note to AA, we are dead serious about this club. Bungle and Co., the Bouldings, Astley Abbott's Shropshire. Is Astley Abbott's a monastery or an asylum? Good question. You get computers in prison. Progs 2, Tape 0. I bought your Christmas 1986 issue complete with demo tape. I cannot get the tape to load on my 464. I get a read error B message and instructions to rewind the tape. And before I get the error message, I'm told to insert a remote lead into the tape socket. I didn't know what they referred to. If any of you at the old barn could enlighten me, I'd be obliged. I like to defend the listings in AA. The listings do work. I typed in Geigo from October's issue, and it works a treat. Max and I have had hours of funny, witty conversation. This is Johnson's daughter, letter issue 16. Must have made a typing error. Are there any more versions of them on the market of Boulder Dash? So I've got the shift key there. I've spent many hours with this and would like to know, particularly if there is to be a construction kit. J. Young, Stockton-on-Tees, Cleveland. Let us know, Jay, if you have any problems with the replacement tape. We've brightened you with 464 owners don't need remote leads. As for Boulder Dash, not yet, as we don't know of any further plans for it. Remember me with a Duffy tape called Christmas Avalanche? When loaded, it sends me a greeting Read Error A, or to make a change, one part of side 2, prints Read Error B. All in all, I managed to obtain 3 programs in all. Right, this is added this for the title. Well, all in all, I managed to obtain 3 programs in all: Drum Kit, Geigo, and Druid. Not to be beaten, I typed in the Super Speed Checker Problematic 16 to see if the pinch wheel was up to the creek. Well, the printer just told me plus minus 0.4 and plus minus 0.5 in all. So it's not the fault of the deck on my Amstrad 464. My guess is that I was unlucky enough to get a poor quality tape, so I'm not blaming the programs. Your bag, as usual, is very good. It makes my day, in fact. At 65 years old, I'm finding life very interesting thanks to my computer and your mag. NIG Ford, Stonehouse, Gloss. Good. Still Mega Brill. A letter in reaction AA16 entitled formerly Mega Brill made me cringe. I think the October issue you have really smartened up the magazine. Jonathan Webber, Littlehampton, West Sussex. Homemade review. It's now a year since I got Yabba Dabba Doo from Argus Press, Quicksilver, and I just have to tell you about it. The object is to travel around collecting all the bits to your house. When you've built your house, you must find Wilma. Good news. Good music on the title screen. Characters well animated. Large playing area. Bad news. Bit too easy. No puzzling involved. Not much sound. Color is not good. Graphics 43, Sonics 24, grab factor 18, staying power 22, my rating 31%. Overall comment, it's a good job you didn't review it. Sean Eccleston, Wigan, Lanks. Now you know. Run the Gauntlet. In issue 9, you reviewed 10 computer hits too. It had Gauntlet on it, and you gave it an AA rating of 73%. But in issue 16, it was the Master Game with an AA rating of 93%. Alex Quinn, age 11, Chelmsford, Essex. 2 different games with the same name. The first from Micropower was a shoot-em-up rather like Defender. The Master Game from US Gold was an arcade. Spellbound, help. Until recently, I used my Amstrad 6128 almost exclusively for word processing, but I decided to try a couple of games just to see what I was missing. Well, that ruined Christmas for me because one of the 2 games is Spellbound, the other is Sparky Harold. I don't understand how to get anywhere with Spellbound, and I'm hoping you can help me or put me in touch with someone who can. No sooner do I have a wander around the landscape than I die of exhaustion, and I can't work out what I have to do to prevent this. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of time to devote to the game, and what I'm really looking for is a way to cheat, I suppose. My daughter, who thought she was going to be great at playing games, has just discovered boys and isn't interested in helping me out of my difficulty. Perhaps I'm paying the penalty for getting interested in computer games in my 40s. In which case, my 72-year-old mother, a Spectrum fanatic, must be a suitable case for locking up. Having bought the Christmas issue of AA, thanks to the tape, and follows just what I've been looking for, I noticed that you published cheat modes. I wonder if you've done any for Spellbound. If this involves any of the buying the appropriate back issue of the magazine, it's fine as long as it will help me get some sleep at night. Peter Wright in Sheffield. We published tips and pokes on issues 7 and 11. Any Spellbound expert want to volunteer to help the middle generation? See the new helpline feature elsewhere in this issue. Toot sweet. And which one of you writes the page bottoms that add extra spice to a great mag? A. Baisley, Cheddar, Somerset. Page bottoms are written personally by Toot. Toot seems surprised at this. Which? I am confused. My dad said we were getting a computer. At school I use a BBC, my friend uses an Electron, and my cousin a Spectrum. I used an Amstrad twice and loved it. It's great, but I find it difficult to program. Compared to a Spectrum? You tried programming on a Spectrum? Please tell me what computer I should get. BBC Bs are old, BBC Masters are expensive, and what I would like to get is an Amstrad 664. Stephen Tytler, Hazelmere, Surrey. The 664 is no longer produced, and Bob doesn't want to sell you his. You'll have to choose between the 464 and the 6128, Stephen. I think you'd find programming the Amstrad easier than the Spectrum, and much the same as the Beeb. Okay, AMC. Now you'll look at all the stuff coming in the future. Jungle Hunt. Alligator is giving you the chance to retrace Mr. Stanley's trek through the African jungle in search of Dr. Livingstone. The game's called Dr. Livingstone, I presume, and is an arcade adventure, supposedly featuring realistic jungle scenes and unbelievable hazards. Well, if my monitor starts sprouting vines, I for one will suspend my powers of belief. The foes that you'll run into apparently include pygmy tribes, man-eating plants, animal traps, river rapids, giant birds, snakes, and monkeys. The game is due out in March at $8.95 on tape and $14.95 on disc. Plugins to the real world. The Electronic and Computer Workshop is releasing an economically priced and flexible motherboard plug-in module system for the Amstrad range, retailing at £52. With the motherboard attached, it will be possible to connect a wide range of analog and digital devices, allowing the control of many types of electrical circuit. Connected via the computer's input-output ports, it allows the user to select one or more modules, providing the I/O features required. The plug-in series, available both ready-built and in kit form, already includes an 8-channel analog input multiplexer, analog to digital converter, and vice versa, Centronics printer port, 8-channel logic input, real-time clock, and a general-purpose output card, with a choice of relay and triac outputs. There is even a breadboard plug-in allowing the more adventurous to develop their own projects. Typical prices for the kit start at around £22 for the AD converter. The real-time clock will set you back slightly more, £46.18. A full price list and further information can be obtained by phoning ECW. Bowled over. On first seeing the picture, it occurred to me that this was a funny way to polish a bowling alley. Further investigation revealing that it was the publicity shot for US Gold's new game called 10th Frame. Okay. Which will hopefully produce better bowling than the US Gold employee pictured. The game promises and perspective view of the bowling alley and the ability for up to 8 players to take part. It will also have skill levels for amateur, professional, and kids. It will cost $9.99 on tape, $14.99 on disc to find out if it will bowl you over. Put life in your machine. I know it sounds ridiculous, but Activision is fervently trying to convince you that a person lives in your Amstrad. It claims that its software called the Little Computer People Discovery Kit can coax out into the screen one of these characters so that you can watch him going about his daily life. LCPs have even come accompanied by a pet dog. Once set up in their house, they do all sorts of interesting things. You'll apparently be treated to seeing him eat, sleep, play his piano, play records, watch TV, type on his typewriter, and work on his computer. You can play games with him, give him presents, and make sure he's supplied with food, water, and friendship. It should certainly be a lot different from the usual computer software that will cost $9.99 on tape, $14.99 on disc. Apart from the LCPs, Activision also has several new games, one starring a duck, two from Lucasfilms, and a couple from L'Oreal. The duck in question is Howard, star of the recent movie. Howard is on a volcanic island and has to rescue his friends from the Dark Overlord, we are told. To help him along, he's supposed to have a jetpack, quack foo skills, an ultralight, and a laser. All duck jokes should be immediately donated to your nearest little and large script writer. The two Lucasfilms games are Cronus Rift and the long-delayed Ball Blazer. The latter is a two-player game with a split screen. It involves you in a futuristic sport similar to games like blow football and air hockey. You are given a 3D view from a rotofoil, your craft for travelling about the playing area, and have to capture a ball and score with it in the opponent's goal. Activision says it's deceptively simple, very fast, and extremely addictive. Let's wait and see, shall we? Cronus Rift is another fractal graphic creation, so the graphics at least should be interesting. Also, the graphics and places you in the role of a techno scavenger out to plunder valuable ancient technology. Lastly, there are a couple of titles from L'Oreal. 500cc Grand Prix is a split-screen motorcycle racing game, and MGT puts you in a magnetic tank in a frozen palace. All of these titles, being released by Activision, will be available at $9.99 on tape and $14.99 on disc. You've got little computer people. Master Games. US Gold has released a couple of compilations for the Amstrad under the title Master Games. Not our Master Games, you understand. That's something else altogether. One is a collection of 3 Ultimate games called Unbelievable Ultimate, and the other is called Amstrad Academy. It has 4 past US Gold titles on it. The 3 Ultimate titles are Alien 8, Nightshade, and Saberwolf, and available for $7.99 on tape. It's a very nice compilation if you haven't got the games, and we thoroughly recommend it. The other compilation is less attractive, but still reasonably good value. The 4 titles on it are Zorro, Bruce Lee, Bounty Bob, and Dam Busters. It sells for $9.99 on tape. Safety in numbers. The Electronic Maintenance Service has set up a complete computer repair scheme and claims it is specifically formulated to keep your home computer at its peak performance and to give you maximum use and enjoyment for a long time to come. The scheme covers not only your computer console, but most of the peripherals that you may wish to add on. It does not cover manufacturer's warranty work. A 1-year basic membership costs £15. Further machines can be covered under this plan for a reduced cost of £7.50 per system. If your machine should break down during the year, EMS will repair it for £1 plus parts. For full details, contact EMS. Connox Award. Why are 2 men fighting over what looks like a disc brake? The answer is that the man on the right is Sir John Harvey-Jones, chairman of ICI, presenting the new Enterprise Award in the Welsh National Business Awards to Wyn Holloway, managing director of Connox. The award was gained because of the Speed King joystick that the company produces. We first reviewed this over a year ago, and it has been singing its praises ever since, to the extent of including it in the subscription offer. It's still an excellent joystick, as you'll see from this month's comparison. Congratulations to all at Connox on the award. More buffer for your printer. The printer buffer currently presented the DMP 2000 and 3000 printers is a minuscule 2K. Goldmark Systems is giving you the chance to upgrade to a new static RAM, increasing the printer buffer by 6K. With the expanded buffer installed, up to 4 pages of text can be printed without your computer being held up from other jobs. In kit form, with full instructions, it will set you back £5.50. Next issue we shall put it to the test. Till then, Goldmark can be contacted on Hatfield. With that number. Recipe for Destruction. Now here's a novelty, a new game on Ariel Soft's Reactor label that includes its own cake recipe. The game is called Killer Ring. and unashamedly advises that when playing the game, if it moves, shoot it. If it doesn't, shoot it anyway. I've heard that before. It sounds like our kind of game, but we haven't tried it out yet, and more importantly, we haven't tasted the cakes either. To obtain this unique cookery lesson will cost you £7.99, and they'll even throw in the game on tape as well. Good. Use serious software now. The Electric Lantern Show for Pride Utilities. Parrot Tree. More art programs. It's aimed at people who are not artistic. I suppose it's useful. Do your artwork. Too expensive. How much does it cost? $14.95. Parrot Tree is what? $12.95. Unconventional and not easy to get to grips with. It's supposed to be easy, isn't it? To judge from the manual, I think Treasure Island Software has a rebellious attitude. It burns with vitriolic scorn for conventional screen designers, wimps, and user-friendliness in general. Furthermore, even if they have a disk drive, 464 owners cannot use Parrot Tree. Personally, I rather like it. Parrot Tree's editing functions are not of the best, but the design and the way it works really are different. Put some effort in, and Parrot Tree is a useful tool. So, type-ins. Synth. Your 3-channel synthesizer. Well, yeah, you have 3 channels, sure. 3D Cube. Disk menu. More synth program. Search and replace. Sound to light. Oh, good. Coloured strobe-like effects. It's good. Space tunnel. Invaders. Oh, I remember typing that in. That was a game. Joystick here. £8.95. Cheetah 125 plus. 4 extremely sensitive fire buttons. I bet they all do the same thing. None of them are independent. They all do the same thing. Aerial splitter. Your TV and computer aerial leads. Well, I'm sure it comes with a monitor, but still. Can hook it up to a TV if you want. Here's a word processor thing. What is a word processor? It's a tool for manipulating word sentences and paragraphs. It's a program to load on your computer that does away with the need for pen and paper. It's electronic Tipex. If you make a mistake of typing, just press the delete key to about your mistake. If you decide you want a different layout, and you don't need to retype everything. Just press a key to format it differently. Better word. Discovery, Gremlin Graphics, $14.95 cassette and $17.95 disc. I still have good news and bad news for serious software. I think I did keep that too, at least mostly. ProText. On cassette disc or ROM even. Tazword. Owners of Amstrad will be pleased to know that Tazword is identical Just the name has been altered. Not the same as Easy Amstrad, however. Maybe having Easy Amstrad. Mini Office 2. This program I did have as well. Inexpensive. It comes with many other programs. Use any screen mode. That's handy. WordStar. £50 on disc. £50. What can they do? It's a little comparison. New Word, where was that? Pin down. We've got more here. A New Word. New Word, £69 on disc. Nice. It's a WordStar lookalike and workalike. It's a clone, yet it's more expensive. Sure. How fast are they? You know, I'd expect Protex to have the advantage being on ROM. They're problematic. Not in the mood for jumping. Please, could you explain how the jump lock works? This has puzzled me for a long time, and I have a good knowledge of Z80 machine code. Faster running Z80. For Christmas, I received the book, The Anatomy of the CPCs. On reading a section about the Z80, I came across the blurb on the Z80. The phi input gives a clock pulse for the processor. As a Z80 is static IC, the clock pulse can range from 0 Hz to the specified maximum frequency. From this passage, is it acceptable to think that somewhere inside my 6128 is something stopping my Z80 running faster than 4 MHz? I know the Z80 can run at 8 MHz, so is it possible that by replacing the thing that specifies the maximum clock pulse, my Amstrad could be speeded up? Jason Titmus, Lowestoft, Suffolk. The gate array inside the 6128 is responsible for supplying the Z80 with a clock pulse of 4 MHz. That is one of its functions, generating video signals, controlling the monitor mode ROM selection, and generating the interrupt pulse are a few of its other tasks. Unfortunately, Amstrad has kept full details on this extremely useful integrated circuit a closet secret. If you tried to purchase it from an electronics shop, you would have no luck. The CPC's heartbeat signal is generated by an oscillator circuit made up of 2 gates. The generated frequency is 16 MHz. The signal is fed to the gate array, where it is quartered to give 4 MHz. To alter that, the oscillator circuit would need changing. Even if you had managed that, there is no conceivable way you could get a new gate array to handle the higher frequency. And if you could, the rest of the firmware would need to be altered, as countless typing constraints would be broken. Keyboard scanning, ROM and RAM switching, and frame flyback would be just the start of your headaches. To make matters worse, having an increased clock rate may not decrease the time required to execute any given instruction. It may not be possible to fetch instructions and data from memory any faster. So a simple answer to your question is no, don't even think about it. And now you know. Hot tips. Oh, talking Geigo. Someone's decided to add a routine, so if you load in speech program with it, you can get Max Headroom to talk to you. Handy, I guess. The fourth mode. I've written a program that creates a new mode. This is done by directly accessing the CRTC without commands. It doubles the size of all displayed characters, changing the screen size to 20, 40, or 80 by 15. Everything looks fine except that the border and inks can't be altered. Good. Handy. Why do you want to reduce the resolution though? Hackers only. Ooh, disk parameter block XPB, because that's what it stands for, right? Best laid plans. Planet. Database software. Oh, happy day, it finally occurred. I cannot believe it. I've received a review copy that has no bits missing. Seriously though, public relations people should not complain about poor reviews if the manuals, discs, ROMs, boxes, competition leaflets, dentures, or whatever can get bare little resemblance to it appears in the high street computer shops. Yeah, okay. Sure. Short of floppy disk storage. £2.99 each for a single disc, 3-inch disc. Modems and a serial interface. Compile yourself. The obscure language of BCPL. BCPL, often described as a systems programming language, is indeed very good for writing operating systems, compilers, and word processors. It is, however, an excellent general-purpose language. Designed by Martin Richards at Cambridge in 1967, it is one of the more mature languages available. Yeah, this is a compiler. We don't need all see all of it. We want to get to the games. Getting there eventually. Matrix, it's a spreadsheet. Pick a stick. Or joysticks. A Magnum. The gun-shaped thing. Speed King. I had one of those with auto-fire option. It didn't work. Euromax Professional. Phaser 1. The other one for a gun grip underneath it. I had a friend that had one of those. It's also very good. Grange Hill the game. Good. British TV show games. Star Raiders 2. The Great Galactic Adventure continues. Star Raiders 2 is a trademark of the Atari Corporation. A sequel to the game that astounded the world, Star Raiders 2 will leave you stunned. There's simply no other game to compete with its sheer excellence. Call up the brave. The future of the Atarian Federation is in your hands as the evil Xylon Master, Shoot, plans to destroy the Salos 4 star system, pilot the hottest fighter in the galaxy, the Liberty Star, and wipe out the Xylon Master Force and its super attack bases. A short circuit. It was a 1 in a million accident, but number 5, designed to be a strategic, artificially intelligent weapons system, the most sophisticated robot on the planet, has escaped and has come to the conclusion that he's alive. Another scientist who put him together wants to take him apart. Again, to find out what went wrong. The president of Nova Robotics wants to capture him before the weapons he's carrying kill millions of civilians. And the security chief wants to blow him up so that he can get home in time for dinner. You are number 5, you are alive, and you've got to stay that way. Yay! We got to the games. The new look Action Test. Action Test has a slightly different look to it this month. But don't worry, we haven't done anything too drastic. The major changes is to the ratings boxes, which retain the same 5 categories and percentage marks, but now incorporate the good news and bad news. They now also have the grand title of The Verdict. The good news and bad news points relating to a particular rating now appear beneath that rating. So you'll find comments about scrolling, animation, color, etc. under graphics, comments about number of screens, difficulty, etc. under staying power, and so on. Each point is marked with a box, white for good news, black for bad. We say goodbye to the bar graph indicators for ratings, cheering from the art department. The other noticeable changes in the AA Rave and Master Game logos, which have undergone another, and we hope, final modification. Sure. Speaking of Master Games and Raves, it has been a poor month for software. It appears the software houses are all resting on their Christmas laurels and getting their breath back in time for a spring spree. However, Houston has followed up Firelord for another superb title, Impossaball, which bounces its way to a Master Game Award. Acrojet is a superb stunt flight simulator that will have you doing Cuban 8s, ribbon cuts, and flame-out landings. 3 budget games also make the grade. There's never a lull in their production. Super Robin Hood is an excellent platformer exploration game. Rebel Stars is a superb strategy game. And Hyperball is a testing 2-player arcade game. Things will pick up again by next month, so prepare for spring fever. There's also tutors bouncing for we don't know why. There's a list of games. Close of 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 20 games to go through there. And 3 previews, but previews. Right, first game. Finally get to it. 45 minutes in. Alright, Acrojet, US Gold and Micro Pros. $9.99 cassette, $14.99 disc. Keys or joystick with keys. This is a flight simulator with a difference. Whereas most simulator large cumbersome passenger or fighter plane, this simulation puts you in a sophisticated jet stunt plane. And instead of viewing the horizon from the cockpit, Acrojet shows you a plane and immediate surrounding area as if seen from a second aircraft following you. I guess this is before anyone's heard of third-person perspective, I guess. Your cockpit dials are displayed on the bottom third of the screen, show altitude, airspeed, degree of flaps, fuel, compass, landing gear, and brakes. Also on screen is the event course display, which shows your position on the airfield, the path of flight, and the objects placed around the airfield for certain stunts. Pylons are just poles sticking out of the ground, and ribbons are 2 poles joined by a ribbon. Makes sense, doesn't it? Stunts range from easy, like the pylon race, where you fly around all 4 pylons before flying back across the landing strip, to very difficult, like the Cuban 8. You must fly under ribbons, do half loops and half rolls. Believe me, it's difficult. There are 10 different stunts, which you can do one at a time, or as a pentathlon or decathlon. Amazingly, the game is not limited by these 10 events. You can design and judge your own. You first name the event and enter what you determine to be the difficulty factor. You can also choose which of the 9 available courses you want to use. Then you attempt to fly the event and judge yourself on how well you feel you did it. If you decide the event should be timed, the computer will deal with the timing and judge you accordingly. There are 9 throttle settings and a throttle off switch. I've flown the pylon race at full throttle, but was battling to keep the plane at the same height. As reader Michael Anders' reaction last month will be glad to hear, the joystick behaves like a real plane. You pull back on it to climb. There are other gauges which you shouldn't need to read, such as the EGT, or exhaust gas temperature. The EGT indicates in degrees Celsius the temperature of the jet exhaust. This becomes critical over 700 and will damage the engine. Weather conditions can also be displayed in the cockpit. Forward visibility and the height above you of the nearest cloud form. The single sheet manual that comes with the game is comprehensive and yet simple to follow. It describes the 10 events and explains all the cockpit dials, and also gives hint on safe flying and easy methods for certain maneuvers. On different machines, I have played about 7 flight simulators. And this is the best I've seen yet. Movements are fast, and the plane responds well to your actions. It really is an exhilarating feeling to stall the engine at 1,000 feet. Try to pause it, and feel the drops of sweat ooze from your forehead as you battle to pull up before a fatal meeting with a plush airfield. Unfortunately, the crash is rather pathetic and lacks any sort of realism. Still, a small criticism of an otherwise excellent game. I've played this game for hours and hours, and still find it tremendously addictive. If you're going to buy a flight simulator, buy this one. Although you never get to see the world, you do get to see exactly what you're made of, man or mouse. First day target score. Complete a double ribbon cut, or try roll. Second opinion. I don't usually like flight simulators because you spend hours getting to know the controls and then all you can do is fly around in the wild blue yonder. However, this one does have plenty going for it. A good view from behind the plane, easy controls, variety in the stunts, and a constant challenge. Nothing to shoot at, but plenty to do. Green screen view. Visibility unlimited, all clear for takeoff into the wild green yonder. The verdict. Graphics 62. Realistic and fast scenery drawing. Unimpressive crash. Sonics 20. The only sound is engine noise and a crash. Grab factor 85. Very addictive and playable. Flight sims aren't easy to get into. Staying power 93. 10 preset stunts, lots of variety in stunts. AA rating 89%. Comprehensive instructions. Okay. 2 pages? There's 2 pages here. It's screenshots. There's your new AA Rave logo. The jet skims low over the airstrip and heads for ribbon, which must fly under. The jet prepares to slice through a ribbon. Okay. Now we play the game. Let's get it started. Okay. Here we go. Acrojet, the advanced flight simulator. Good. Program Emery Kovacs Jr. And that name is not very pronounceable. Stunts, Wild Bill Steely. Good. Hall of Fame. Pylon race, slalom race, ribbon cut, inverted ribbon cut, under ribbon roll, under ribbon race, loop under ribbon, spot landing, Cuban 8, simulated flame out, and unlimited. Okay, stick up, down to chain selection. Single event, we'll stick with single event. Fire button to continue. We'll start with the pylon race and see what happens. Start airborne because we can't be bothered. Taking off, it's boring. No wind. Wind is the difficulty. Okay. Let's go. I think it's cracked, so just continue on. Okay. Let's make some power. Okay. What did I hit? Well, it's a crash. Okay. Try this again. Head for the pylon. Should we have to go around it? I don't know. Up a bit. Okay. Okay. Well, I got points that time. Try again. Try slower speed. Oh, I hit the ground. I'm not paying attention enough. Still scored 11. Let's do the slalom race. See if there's any more difficult. Oh, I hit the ground already. Try it again. Oh, I hit the ground again. Well, it's pylon race again anyway. Single event, slalom race. Here we go. That's how we do it. Pick the right one this time. still. Let's try something different. Ribbon cut. So where is seed ribbon? That's the E strip. Up, up. I don't see where the ribbon is. Up, 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 up. So you fly a plane. Oh, Roto. Hit first. This is going well. So where's the ribbon? Marks where the pylons are. I presume that's what these are. Where's the ribbon? Oh. Where's the ribbon? Oh. Escape makes it reset. That's weird. Well. Okay. Try again. Single event. Try under ribbon roll. Under ribbon race. Oh, do I have to do those in order? This event is pylon race. Reset again. Okay, escape resets for unknown reasons. Like a very own reset button. Single event. Under ribbon roll. Well, maybe it requires the code. Maybe it requires the code to do more than the pylon race. We'll try that. We'll try that. Oops. See if we can look up codes. Now, type properly. Okay. .21 pages. Okay, operations manual. Pause this so we don't get no more sound out of it. Acrojet. This is the C64 manual. It's helpful. No codes. Doesn't list codes or anything. Oh, hang on. Yes, we do. We do have unlock codes here. Okay, we do have unlock codes. Okay. It's printed at the bottom of every single page. It's got to find the damn thing. Umber. Number 578. Hopefully they're the same across platforms. Yeah, you've got a different layout here. That sorted it. Turn around, back around again. There's your ribbons. Oh, jeez. Okay, try that again. 18 points for doing whatever that was. This morning, Madrigal, we're trying to figure out how to play flight simulators. This is just figured out we need to get past the copy protection to even play the game. So, okay. Well, went over it. Try it again. I think it's supposed to go under it. Oh, there you go. Got it. Turn around. Okay, there we go. I don't know how to land. Okay, we should just fly over it. Okay. Score 131. Yay. PCF 5 to see Hall of Fame. Woo! Made progress. Try something else here. Try a slalom race. sure that worked. Didn't work at all. That's still the wrong cut. I've got to change it. You push left or right to change it. Fire button continues. Okay, let's try again. There we go. This looks more like it. Okay, so we go around the. Doesn't say which direction to go first, does it? Very not obvious which direction you go first. Oh, where you are. Oh, don't fall down too far. Oh, no! Oops. Try that again. Oh, wasn't paying attention. That went bad quickly. Try again. Okay. It does roll quickly sometimes. Oh, I had fast forward on. Okay. That doesn't help. Do it at low altitude. Around we go. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Up, up, up. Up, up. Right. Oh no. Crashed. 32 points. Yeah. We'll move on. Reset. Okay, we'll move on to the next game now. Okay. Next game is Impossaball. Houston. $8.95 cassette, $14.95 disc. Joystick or keys. Bouncing balls were a revelation in games in 1986, and now we're well into 87, and they're still going strong. There's similarities to other bouncing ball games in the recent past, Bounder, Trailblazer, Revolution. You sure? But has astounding gameplay, a very tough challenge, and some great new ideas going for it. The action takes place on 8 scrolling levels where you have to squash a set number of cylinders with the ball, avoid the obstacles, and get to the finish, all within a time limit. The sideways scrolling is the first thing you'll notice because it's a bit jerky, but you'll find you won't notice this once you get really absorbed into the action. The ball bounces continuously at a low height, but by holding down the fire button you can bounce it up higher. The floor and ceiling are checkered. The squares play an important part in calculating jump length. The perspective in the side view is excellent. The ball and all the objects becoming smaller as they recede into the back of the playing area, but not shrinking so much as to be unplayable. There are only 3 basic types of danger, but enough to create some wicked problems. There are spikes on top of pillars, plasma fields that look like wobbly ovals, and fireballs that jag out like bolts of lightning. The spikes are always in fixed positions, but the plasma fields and fireballs often form tricky movement patterns. Some obstacles combine all 3 hazards, and the further you go the harder they get. Getting past the dangers isn't enough either, because you've got to squash the cylinders that are usually dotted out among them. Sometimes they're on the floor and have to be bounced on. Otherwise, they're on the ceiling and have to be bounced up to. Controlling the ball is easy, but getting past the obstacles takes good timing and quick action. It's surprising how easy this is to pick up. Once you've learned how to complete an obstacle, you'll be able to get past it more and more often. The best part about the controller is being able to change direction in the air, so that skill on the ball counts as well as timing. You will also encounter magic rings that flash, and when bounced on, they'll give you a time bonus. However, bounce on them again and you'll lose a life. Some problems involve bouncing on a ring in order to get at a cylinder, but you've got to be careful not to hit it again on the way down. The time given for each level seems to tick away frighteningly fast, but on the starting levels it's quite generous once you know what you're doing. The levels do get tough, but because it's a matter of solving problems and learning your way through the levels, you'll keep getting a bit better. Apart from the scrolling, the graphics are good, particularly due to the excellent perspective view. The sound effects are adequate with a total tune as well, but they're nothing special. This is one of those games that gets classed as frustrating but very addictive. Every life you lose will frustrate you, but you'll always come back for another go because you know you can crack that problem. First day target score 5,000. Second opinion. Boing boing badoing. I thought I would be extremely ill on seeing another bouncing ball game. That was until my eyes fastened themselves on Impossaball. It's nothing short of brilliant. All action is viewed from the side. For great 3D perspective, everything is drawn to a vanishing point deep in the screen. Can you afford to miss this game? I think not. Green screen view. Clear, clear, clear. The verdict. Graphics, 68. Great perspective view. Tricky scrolling. Sonics, 53. Unimpressive title tune and effects. Grab factor, 94. Very easy and responsive controls. Problems hook you immediately. Staying power, 90. 8 very tough levels. Slightly lacks variety. A rating, 91%. Excellent new variation on the bouncing ball theme. Okay. Right image helps. This is bar CPM if I remember. Oh no, run disk. Okay, run disk. Alright, let's go. Level 1, nice and easy, it says. Time starts when you cross the start line, which is good. Stay there. Just wait for it to go by. Two to go. Oh boy. That's all the cylinders. Just get you through this mess, that's all. Good. Well, got to the end. Good news is we don't have to get any of the cylinders, because they're all gone. There we go. Right, one stage down. Playing with fire. Oh, we'll get through these things. few rings. Give her... Yeah, they give you a time bonus, so you probably want to... This is where it gets weird or difficult. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh boy. Oh, jeez. She's the same from the side. Uh-oh. Yeah. This is where it gets stupid. Yeah. Oh, jeez, we made it. 6 to go. Oh, got another one. Oh, no. Can't stab at those anymore. Yeah. Oh. Over it, come on. Thank you. Okay, we did it. Bring back the bouncing ball genre. Getting the neck. I got past 5,000 points. Oh god, more of these things. Right. Oh no. This is going to be tricky. Nope. Well. Oh, and then on again. Wonderful. Didn't move down far enough. Oh! I was on the bottom of the screen. Look at that one, we'll try. Okay, it's a little dangerous. It's a little dangerous. Oh, reset. We can reset. Good. Do it again. Come on. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna kill me. Mistake. Yeah, that. Oh. Oh, I missed it. Far enough up, huh? Still not far enough up. That was stupid. Again. Being worse. Oh, he did it. It was did it again. Jeez. Too excited. footage on tyre. Come on. Yeah. Oh, but we know that through this nonsense here. The stupidest jumps. Yeah, that was too high a jump. Stupid. Just jump over them. Yeah. What? What? That was stupid. Fuck, okay, screw this. Alright, we'll move on. Okay. Donkey Kong from Nintendo. Starring Donkey Kong. Snort. The Beautiful Girl. Help. The Brave Carpenter. Fight. Classic arcade action with this all-time corn-up favourite. Outwit the giant gorilla and save the girl in this historic rescue. Mario is armed with only his wits and his trusty hammer as he climbs the girders in downtown New York. Multiple screens and fast-moving action, dodgeboards, fireballs, and much, much more. The final screen remove the rivets in the structure to finally bring the beast crashing down. Screenshots taken from various computer formats. This one looks like it could be the Amstrad version, and this one only reversed. Why it's reversed, I don't know, but whatever. Alright, next game is Marble Madness Construction Kit. By Melbourne House, 995 cassette, joystick or keys. Marble Madness clones have been around for a long while now. Ironically, Melbourne House came out with the first one, Gyroscope. Now it's got the original official license. But obviously needed something to make it a bit more special. So what do we have? A construction set. You control a marble, which has to be guided down a course made up of grid blocks, which form flat surfaces and slopes. All about you are shear drops and other hazards that can easily bring the marble's life to a shatteringly short conclusion. The initial setup has 12 screens to get through, but obviously you can modify them and create completely new ones. The control of the marble I found awkward and unresponsive, requiring you to work quite hard at the joystick rather than lightly guiding it around. I was also a bit disappointed with the detection system for collisions and drops, which sometimes seemed most unfair. I think the game also suffers from initial comparisons with those that have gone before, like Spin Dizzy and Bobby Bearing. On its route down the course, the marble can run into several surprises. Some are nice, like bonus scores, but others spell disaster. The range of dangers has different effects on the marble. Bounce it off course, catapult it to its doom, freeze it, shatter it, or even swallow it. You don't have a limited number of lives, but each screen has to be finished within a time limit or the game is over. Hazards are small, but nicely animated, ranging from flapping birds, spinning hoops, to what looks like large woolly socks. One slip and you'll have to start all over again. If you do complete a screen, there might be a bonus score. You'll probably find the initial 12 screens quite difficult, but you can construct your own easy ones or really fiendish layouts. The screen designer is very easy to use, working on a grid basis, and allows you to position all the features within the game. You have a variety of basic building blocks to form the route, and then the hazards can be placed wherever you want them. Trial and error is needed to find which ones play the best. A lot of variety is possible if you use your imagination. You can also change the various inks and produce successive screens in completely different colours. Once you've designed a set of screens, you can save them to use later and build up a selection of different layouts. You aren't limited to 12 screens, but you are constrained by the amount of free memory, a constant readout of which is given by the screen editor. The game is okay, but obviously suffers from its age. The graphics also are adequate, but nothing very special. What the game really falls on is whether the screen designer gives it enough potential variety. I think people will find it intriguing to play around with, and after some thought, can come up with some very interesting layouts. And don't buy it just for the game. The designer will need to be put to use to get the best out of it. First day target score 2000, original layout. Second opinion. Apart from rather dull use of colour, their occasional beep, and rather dated gameplay, Marble Madness has much going for it. Tasks are daunting and will have you sweating. The various alien lifeforms are beautifully animated, but deadly. But most important is the screen editor. It's first class. Well, at least I managed to complete a few more screens after a quick bit of revision on them. Green screen view. There's a colour define option in the editor. The verdict. Some well animated dangers. 70. Sonics 10. Virtually none at all. Grab factor 65. Very easy to use screen designer. The marble is unresponsive. Staying power 74. The screen designer gives plenty of possibilities for variety. AA rating 70%. The only construction set of its kind. Basic game isn't as good as competitors. And Toot is about to get eaten. He's being chased. Okay. Okay. Marble Madness Construction Set by Johnny F. Kane. Trademark and copyright 1984-1986 Atari Games, licensed to Melbourne House. Don't think we need to define keys. Let's start. Okay, red ball at the top. Just gotta go downwards. No, the game does not scroll. Sort of take time to generate. So time bonus, 15 seconds. Okay. Time bonus, 24 seconds, 24 times 10, 240. Oh no! Oh no, stop! Well, didn't stop on time. I can do the whole thing. Strain again. Oh no! Oh, that marble's dead. Oh no! Get through this. Oh no! Oh no! We're running out of time. The whole damn thing again, right? Alright. Now we have to rush it. Nope. Fell off between tiles somehow. Collision detection needs work, I think. Try again. I did better than that in practice, so this should be doable. Oh no! Marble's dead. No, guess not. We lived. Off we go. I don't know what happens there. Fall through something, I do not know what. Nope. Well, this is going well. Here we go. What? Yeah, there's some weirdness going on here. Yeah, there's some issues here. I don't think I got past the screen. The screen's nonsense. Game over. Try again. We've got birds here for a change. Oh, oh. Birds break your marble. That's handy. I gotta do it all again. This bird. Move, 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 move. Okay. What? What? Does this do anything? Yes, that kills you. That's exactly what that does. That kills you. Well, now I know. Game over. Yeah. Questionable hit detection. A nice go. I don't fall off. How did I fall off there? Yeah. Hitboxes. Oh, up we go. Down we go, apparently. Yeah, yeah. Let's look at the editor. I'm pushing the button. Oh, 3 is the editor. It's a screen run. Screen 2, screen 3. Screen 4. So you can edit these things. It doesn't really help you much. That screen level, that's good. Screen level looks interesting. Okay. Screen 4 is the first problem screen, really. Yeah, just replace everything. Here we go. Screen 4. Screen 5. Just place everything. We're cheating. Can we replace the enemy? Yes, yes we can. Screen 7. Place the enemies. We don't want these around. It's a little easier here. Okay. Screen 8. Go to that. Go to that. Go to that. We don't want anything getting in our way. Just making this wider. It's a perfectly normal thing to do. Oh, oops. Can we just do that? We can't. Oh well. Oh, we'll leave it at that. It should be long. This should be wide enough now. Screen 9. You'll be in the way. Can we place one up here? Yes, we can. I don't know how well this is going to work. Oh, we can't do that though. Can we? Oh, let's do that. Okay. We just place that right there. That's not a problem. Ah. Yes. That's how you do this. Make a shortcut. We still can't. Do this, that, and That should be a survival enough drop, right? Okay, what's the last screen? 10th the screen's the last one, isn't it? Get rid of everything that's possible danger. Oh, not there. Okay. Place the thing I removed. Okay. And screen 10. It's just that. Okay. Full hole, okay. Okay, do we quit? Yeah. Yeah, let's play it. See if we can get any further now. Let's get on with it. I'm sure that noise will stop eventually. Yeah, thank you. Yep, they're gone. Didn't get rid of the birds though, did I? Huh? Get past bird. No, we didn't get past the bird. Do this again. Stupid bird. Okay. Next screen. Okay, now we've got to watch out for the invisible holes. Oh, like that. Well, that didn't work. Time's still going. Get on with it. Oh. Yeah, it's collision detection. Can't. That's the worst enemy. Yeah. Okay. We'll move on. We'll move on. Okay. Next game is Ace, a flight simulator to look at. By Cascade, $9.99 cassette, $14.99 5 disc, just cookies. Ace is a flight simulator which puts you in an AWAT, all-weather, all-terrain combat aircraft. At this stage of the conflict, you have 3 Allied air bases remaining. You must fly sorties to seek and destroy the enemy landing forces. This you can only do after you have shot down the enemy air force. Finally, You must sink the enemy fleet before they evacuate all their defeated troops. Options let you select a skill level from 1 to 9. Fly a single pilot or with a weapons man. Choose the season in which you are flying, or you have to fly at night. After choosing, you must then select the range of weapons you wish your diligent ground crew to arm your Ace Mark II multi-role AWAT with. Now you can take off. As usual, you accelerate, pull the aircraft gently up, and raise the undercarriage. In flight, you can perform any stunts you wish, but I try to shoot the enemy first. That's hard enough as it is. The game would have been exceptionally boring but for the palm trees and molehills which loom convincingly before you. Sound is average and reminds me of a tired lumbretta. Second opinion. This isn't a patch on many flight simulators that have been out for some while. The flying is simple but boring, and the combat sequences aren't very exciting. Tomahawk and Strike Force Harrier easily blow this out of the sky. Green screen view. The winter option suits green screens. The verdict. Graphics 48. Very little action on screen. Slow screen update. Sonics 24. Very poor sound. Brum brum. Grab factor 58. Until you find a plane, action is very boring. Staying power 48. Very nice refueling in mid-air. Frustration one with me, I gave up eventually. A rating 54%. Quite a challenge if you can stick it out. Well, we'll try, I guess. Right. Ace, written by Paul Laidlaw. Designed by Ian Martin, Nigel Stevens, Guy Wilhelmy. Graphics by Damon Redmond, Paul Laidlaw. Copyright Cascade Games Limited 1986. Space to continue. Yep. Got points. This game's got score. Start game. Skill level training. Yeah, it's our skill level, alright. Crew single pilot. Alright, setting summer. Demo mode. Let's start the game. Click weapon load for your next mission. But everything we'll go with. Alright. Push almost anything. You just crash. You're still on the ground. You crash. I cannot figure out the controls on this damn thing. So I'll look up instructions. They made a sequel to this game. Let's see. Spanish. One out of 5 in English. Good. It's text. Okay. Got controls would be useful. No. Be nice. Instructions usually come with what controls to use. It says nothing of the kind. It just tells you what to do and figure out the controls on your own, idiot. Jesus. English, French, German, Spanish. That might have better control, better instructions, perhaps. Jeez, tiny text. Well, page width. There we go. Where's the English instructions? Oh, no, that's not English. This is English, French, German, Spanish. None of these are English. We do have keys at least. That should at least help. Actually, I don't know if it will help. Oh, I'm sure keys. Here we go. QAOP or joystick. I'm not sure this is helping. Well, Emma's map. Emma's map doesn't help much. So how do you? Guess. So how do you increase thrust or whatever? So the left and right angle brace keys, is it? Guess we'll find out. Guess we'll find out. Oh, it is indeed. One crew in training. I cannot visually see that moving. Oh. Okay. Flew too fast with wheels down. We've got to have the realism, don't we? How fast you're supposed to go. No. You crashed. It's helpful you crashed. So stupid. Oh. We're in the... Oh. Flew too fast with wheels down. Okay, what is the key for the wheels? Is it U? U for undercarriage, I guess. Okay. So now we can get to about... Nope. Too early, I guess? I don't know. I want to go back to Acrojet now. Slow. Velocity is still going up. Where is this supposed to be attack velocity? No. Flew too fast with wheels down. So 300 is too fast. Ah, jeez. So what time can we actually lift off? Do it after 200? 250? Level 1. Crew in training. They're actually giving us some training, telling us what no, when to take off. Oh, the carriage down. Who's not doing anything? Oh, 280. Okay. Well, we got in the air. Now what? Where do we find planes to shoot or whatever? Map, here's our map. You are here. Enemy forces that way. Allied base there. Enemy forces. Oh, trees! Trees! How do we know which direction we're going? How do we know which direction we're going? Oh, that doesn't work. Flew too fast with wheels down? I pushed you 10 bazillion times. It did nothing. Oh, I don't get this game. What is the Q button supposed to do? No idea what that means. Well, Q is just up. Q is just up. That's all it is. So you're pointing down it when you go faster, obviously. English instructions would be nice. No. I think we'll just move on. We'll just move on. This game's stupid. Take far too much time to figure out just what the keys are. Oh, I closed it there. Okay. We'll just move on. Right, next game is Xevious. US Gold. $9.99 cassette, $14.99 disc, joystick, all keys. Xevious is set in the future, where you control a Sovalu spacecraft. You must shoot the Xevians, who are attempting to reclaim the heritage they evacuated before the Ice Age. I say, let them have it. I'm a non-racialist. The Xevious force takes the form of frisbee thingies which bomb you, even though you are at ground level, apparently. and more conventionally styled planes. While dodging and shooting the oncoming enemy attacks, you must bomb the Xevious ground entrenchments or dodge their accurate bombs. As you start to get closer to your final goal, you encounter tanks which shoot at you and are harder to bomb. Eventually, the Zevians will send in their final defense. I didn't miss anything, did I? No. Uh, Flying mirrors. They cannot be shot and will pulverize you if you do not dodge them. Once past them, you find your Andor Genesis mothership. One direct hit to the central reactor will blow it to smithereens. Well, it's not really smithereens. You see a hole appear in the middle. The game started off with lots of appeal and promise. Unfortunately, nothing materializes. The downward scrolling of the screen is good, but the action is slow. Second opinion. This isn't a bad little shoot 'em up, and had me glued to the joystick at first. The trouble is, there's not enough to keep you playing for long. As for the mothership, I must have blinked and missed it. Green screen view, no problems. The verdict, graphics 76, very good scrolling, intricate ship design. Sonics 43, sound is average with no stunning explosions. Grab factor 71. Initially, the desire to complete the game is compelling. Staying power 52, too easy. I didn't realise I'd shot the mothership because nothing spectacular happened. Insufficient realisation of the initial promise. A rating 57%, not as good as Light Force. Oh. Now we try to play it. No. I can't remember if this one worked or not. Try it first here. Oh yeah, this is the one that didn't work. This disc is an illegal copy. Good. Try it again. I've got others. I've got other images. Pretty sure this one worked. Serious. So it's done by Probe Software even. US Gold. And they only got room to put all instead of all American software on there. Joystick. One player. Let's go. This is probably pretty equivalent to the arcade soundtrack. Not much at all. Only fire 2 shots at once, which is not a lot. he's got different enemies for change. Ooh. Oh, jeez. Leave that a little bit. Yeah. Oh. Well, at least the collision section is not stupid. That, I guess. These are mirror things. Can't shoot these. Yeah, like a hole in the water. That's exactly how it works. Ooh, big pyramid. We're gonna shoot things again. No, pick these again. Oh! How far back is it gonna send me? Different ships again. Some variety at least. Ooh, ooh. Maybe we're getting closer. Oh, here it is. Yep, oops. It's checking. No! Okay. Careful. That's it. It's still in the middle. It's done. Not got no life yet. We're gonna shot at it. Now what? Start again? Apparently. Or not, I don't know. It's stage 2 now, yes, I don't know. Where's these things? Oh, yeah. Oh, game over. Well, that's Xevious. 70,000, that's probably decent enough. Okay, what do we got next? So can we do it in 10 minutes? Mercenary by Paul Wokes. The classic Mercenary. Ooh. Got previews. suppose we'll probably finish with just reading the previews, I guess, shouldn't we? Bomb Jack 2 Elite, $8.95 cassette, $14.95 disc. No, it's not another arcade conversion because this game takes the arcade original and improves on it for a completely new game. The star is still Jack, and he's still got plenty of bounce in his legs after a gold, but he's after gold bags instead of bombs, and life has got a lot tougher. The version we saw still had refinements to be made to the graphics and backgrounds, but the gameplay was finished, and mighty impressive too. Jack has to collect 10 bags of gold from each of the game's 40 screens, avoid monsters on the way, and try to pick up large bonus scores. Each screen is composed of a number of platforms that, if they are aligned horizontally or vertically, you can jump between them just by walking off the edge of a platform or pushing up and down on the joystick. Collect one bag and another will start to flash. The more flashing bags you collect, the bigger the bonus score. Things aren't that simple, of course. Monsters patrol many of the platforms, and as time passes, they mutate into more dangerous beasts. These can be confronted and killed in a battle of strength, but they'll only reappear to haunt you later. Although the game is simple in concept, some of the platform layouts are devilish, making it very difficult to get the bags and stay alive. 40 screens should be more than enough to keep you going. This looks set to be as addictive and easy to play as its predecessor. I don't think it has 40 screens, if I remember correctly. It's about the same amount as the original did. Probably 8-ish, maybe 10. I forget exactly how many. It just loops infinitely. Mercenary, Novagen, $9.95 cassette. Deep among the snowdrifts, nothing stirred but a lone intrepid programmer battling the elements to get from Reading to Somerton. What dragged him out of the awful weather on January 14th? Only what looks like being one of the big games of 1987, that's all. The game, called Mercenary, subtitled Escape from Targ, has been converted to the Amstrad by Dr. David Albury-Jones. He's been working on the conversion for well over 6 months. Well, it better be worth it then, 6 months. If you need any proof of his pedigree, he was the man responsible for Tornado Low Level and that amazing smooth scrolling. Mercenary is impressive, so impressive that an early version of the program is given a rave review a month ago by another Amstrad magazine, despite several crucial elements of gameplay being missing. A copy of the game the brave doctor mushed through the elements to show us was still incomplete, but he expected to have finished by early February, so you can hope to see it in the shops in a few weeks. You play the mercenary who has crash landed on the planet Targ. Despite the opportunities to pursue your profession and make money on a war-torn planet, this is just a means to your true end, escaping from the planet. To do that, you've got to get hold of a craft that can cope with intergalactic travel. After all, your last one's buried its nose in Targ's dirt. A single city represented by a network of roadways and numerous vectographic buildings forms a major part of the game, but outside it are other objects including a space station. You can make your way around on foot, but to really appreciate the game's graphics and sheer scale, you need to hop into a first available 21st century flying machine and explore properly. The vector graphics are excellent and fast moving, and although the view is often quite bare, you really do get the feeling of moving around a real world. This is enhanced when you take an elevator below ground and explore the underground complexes where most of the game's puzzling goes on. On the preview version, this was all great fun. Well, at the start of the show, Benson, your computer. Benson, we are promised, will keep you updated on what's happening through scrolling messages on screen, with a cheery beep and cutting wit. He also controls the planet's defences, so the preview version didn't allow us to try any fighting with the planet's other ships. They should come after you when you start bunging missiles at their buildings. The adventure element looks quite tricky, but Benson is crucial to that too, so we'll have to wait to see just how tough it is. There's no doubting the graphics will be superb, and with the hope of a possible disc version containing a second section to the game, it looks like a very promising debut for Novagen on the Amstrad. Well, I guess we'll